You know, the one funny line that I do remember from this is that Kermit actually did state that he cannot see a villain yodel. While I actually do agree with him on that statement, it didn't stop Disney from making Home on the Range. Hey guys, this is Animat, and welcome back to the Muppet Vlog. And this time we're going to be looking into the 22nd episode of the 3rd season of The Muppet Show, which features Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Now, in the country world, they are known to be the king and queen of cowboys, but it's mostly Roy Rogers that got the claim of fame in terms of probably one of, if not the most popular cowboy in the entertainment industry. He is very well known for The Roy Rogers Show and has appeared in numerous, and I really do mean numerous, of movies featuring Western and cowboys and all that kind of stuff. In fact, in the Muppet Show episode itself, he actually did state that he has a total of 189 credits that included his name alone. And on top of that, he is also a very well-known country singer, along with his wife, Dale Evans. So they are both a dynamic duo in the country world. And going into the episode that they both appeared in, you can definitely tell that they are making such a big deal because the entire episode is completely themed in this cowboy western theme all over the place. There is not a single thing in this that you could pretty much take it out and put it in any other episode. Maybe you can in the first one with Prairie Dog singing Blue Skies, but to that extent, that's pretty much it. Everything else has a very strong theme of cowboys. Like, almost every single Muppet is wearing a cowboy hat. Cows are pretty much everywhere, and along with horses as well. So everybody, like, everything and everybody has this major cowboy theme going on. And I'll be very honest, and I'm not going to be critical talking about, like, the episode itself. Most of the criticisms that I would have, it's more in terms of my personal taste. I have probably stated in previous episodes of the Muppet Vlog, but I'm not necessarily a country kind of guy. I'm more like into metal, I'm more into rock, I'm more into all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not into the hillbilly band that the Muppets would often play on. I'm more into, like, the Electric Mayhem, so I'm more that kind of guy. So, looking into this episode, I don't hate it per se, and I will admit, it actually is a legitimately good episode, but I wouldn't say that it's my cup of tea. Because in here, there isn't necessarily a story per se, but instead, the most that you would get in terms of a story is that Roy Rogers actually brought in a lot of cows for the grand finale of the episode, and Fozzie Bear is just having a blast with them because that's when he could pretty much pull out all of his cow pun material, and you know, like, he's just living his dream where, well, kind of living his dream where, like, he's having a wonderful audience. He could pull out all of his jokes no matter how bad they are, and, you know, just having a blast with the cows. And that's most of the story that you would get, but other than that, there really isn't a story per se. It's mostly about the theme than it is about the story. It's not like in the last episode where, like, the Cluckitis thing is the massive story point that they have to go along, and it's causing a conundrum around the Muppet Studio. But instead, with this one, it's more just the theme. Like, everything is cowboy related. It doesn't necessarily have to have a story, but as long as you see cowboys and horses and cows, like, you're all good. But I will say, a lot of the individual numbers are actually a lot of fun. But it's mostly the comedy sketches that I do enjoy. Some of these I'm trying to check out, like, well, actually, the opening number of Blue Skies, that was actually a lot of fun with all the prairie dogs just popping up, and often, like, they would just say one word, and, you know, that was actually really cute. That was actually a lot of fun. I did like that one. Another that I enjoyed, well, there was actually, like, once you get into the middle of it, that's when actually things actually do really pick up in terms of the entertainment, where you got like two of the Muppets that look like Jim Henson and Jerry Nelson, where it's called Four-Legged Friend. That's actually a lot of fun. Or is it Jerry Nelson? Or maybe it's either it looks like Jerry Nelson or Frank Oz. I don't know. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and it says Jim and Jerry, but I don't know about that. Okay, I'll just say Jim Henson and Frank Oz for now. But anyways, there's also a really good Bear on Patrol, where once again it is entirely Western themed. And they got this villain called Bullets Barker that's looking for Link Hogthrob. That was actually one of the better Bear on Patrols. That was a lot of fun to check out. There's also Muppet Sports that did appear at the same time. That was actually, it was short. Like, it was kind of like last time where it just really came and went. But it was actually a lot of fun with, you got the horseshoe competition, but let's just say... the dude actually forgot to take the horseshoe out of the horse. And then there is another one where Kermit would talk with Roy Rogers on how to yodel. That's where I pretty much got the line of how Kermit cannot see a villain yodeling per se. But while they were talking, it was also a moment that you actually get to know a little bit more about Roy Rogers, his accomplishments in his career, both as an actor and also as a singer. And you also see this cute little bit where Roy Rogers teaches Kermit on how to yodel. And other than that, oh, actually there is one more thing. This is another one that just came and went, but this is also a little cowboy bit where he's on a horse, but then, slapstick insanity ensues. But like I said before, this is like a quick little sketch number. It just literally just came and went, but it actually did give out a good laugh. Now, in terms of the special guest star, Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, they are good on their own. I will give them that. They actually did a great job with it. But it's mostly, full-on purely country. And when I mean purely country, I mean the Sandy Cheeks level of I Love Texas and Cowboys and all that kind of stuff. It's those, those kinds of songs that they would sing. It starts out with Roy Rogers singing Skyball Paint, and then you also got Dale Evans with All the Babies, and you actually see Bobby Benson behind. Where they would sing Deep in the Heart of Texas. And then once things get rolling, they would have the grand finale where a lot of the cowboy Muppets, the cows and the horses would all get together and they would sing an entire medley of their popular cowboy songs. But like I said before, it's definitely great on its own, but it really does depend on your taste. It's not necessarily special for me because I'm not really into country, but it's still pretty good nonetheless. Even though I know that I don't necessarily enjoy it that much, I'm not fully invested into it, I know that for some others it'll absolutely, it absolutely will. So I would say overall with this episode, it really is made for a specific audience. I would say that if you're a massive fan of country, if you really love the Western environment, the cowboys and all that kind of stuff, this is gonna be one of the highlights of the series for you. This is definitely something that you would absolutely enjoy, and even if you are a Roy Rogers fan, this will definitely deliver on that department. But for someone like me who's not really that into country, it's not a bad episode on its own per se, but you've seen better, and there are some I know for a fact that for me, I would rather take the Alice Cooper episode over this one, but I know that this is still pretty solid. I know that what they've done is really good, and I will be fair, and I suppose, as an episode for the Muppet Show, it definitely is one of the highlights, and they do prominently feature the special guest stars very well, especially with the huge theme of cowboys and westerns. So I'll definitely give credit to that. But anyways, that is pretty much it for this episode of the Muppet Vlog, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and let us now take a little bit of a break with the whole Western motif, and put things back to normal onto the next episode. But for next time, I guess, well, to keep with the theme, see you later, y'all! Yeah, honestly, that's the most Western that I can get.